Hondisi Bareyiri writer-director Ramenahalli Jagannatha has crafted another very beautiful story which kind of gives you the same feels but in a whole different tale. Theertharoopa Thandeyavarige is engaging, is emotional, gives you the feel goods and ensures that you walk out of the theatre with a smile on your face just because of the wholesome experience that it provides. Hello and welcome to India Today. I am Sanjay Ponappa with Maruti Acharya and I am here to review the upcoming Kannada film Theertharoopa Thandeyavarige. The title of the director's previous film, Hondisi Bareyiri, is kinda apt for this film as well because he very delicately draws a very thin string between the estranged characters, estranged family members, and very efficiently pulls them back together and loops them into one whole family and does it all with really good technical brilliance in the film. But does that mean this film does not have any flaws? It's an absolutely perfect family drama? Not really. There are a few flaws. One of the biggest qualm that I have with the story of the film is that there is this one crucial character, small but important, who is written off, but then just conveniently gets back into the story by the end of it, and there is no answers given as to how she makes it back. It feels like because of this one unanswered question, the whole experience, even though it was wholesome, even though it was feel good, this one question at the back of my head remains that how did that happen? I feel like the answers should have been given. Apart from this, there are also moments in the screenplay where you feel like things have been skipped, or maybe a certain chunk or a scene has been cut on the edit table and then you see a jump between what was supposed to happen. This lack of segue between two scenes kind of makes it feel abrupt and it makes it feel as if the director has left it to the audience to just understand what has happened based on the last scene's conversation and the current conversation. A very crucial element that I noticed in the film might be noticeable, might go unnoticed as well, but it felt like there is a point in the film where a victim gets blamed for everything that happens in the film and then that blame never gets addressed. With the modern mindset, it is quite evident who the victim is and who is to be blamed, but at the end of the day, this never gets addressed. Even the main characters in multiple points kind of suggests that it is the mistake of the victim for which everybody else is bearing the burden. This particular point I felt was a tad bit regressive, and if it had been in a progressive way, in a more sensible way, this film could have been at least an almost perfect family drama. If we come to the performances in the film, I feel like Ravindra Vijay and Sitara are the two performers, the performers with depth, the performers who showcase their experience. You can see that these experienced actors know what they are doing. To add more value is actor Rajesh Natranga. He also brings his experience, even though his role is quite short. It leaves a lasting impact after the film. Coming to the lead characters, starting with Rachana, she has this very gullible, she has this innocence oozing out of her. Her acting is also very sweet. It brings a smile to your face in these early moments in the film where the characters are getting established. Nihar Mukesh, who is the debutant in the film on the other side, does try a lot. His efforts are definitely visible, but unfortunately the lack of range in his emotions is quite evident. Character goes through a lot, but the actor somehow falling short of conveying all these range of emotions, and that kind of takes away from the film. When we come to the technical departments, the music and the cinematography is pure gold in this film. The music in the film is really good, not just the songs but even the background music at these crucial emotional moments. You don't feel like it is trying to push you into that emotional depth. It is just taking you along, it is flowing with you, and that is the brilliance of the music in this film. Getting to the picturesque location and the landscape cinematography first, they've shot in Mysore, they've shot in Bangalore, they've shot in Mudigere, they've shot in these picturesque locations like Devramane and all of these places. The vlogger goes to a lot of these locations, and the cinematography of these landscapes is just so beautiful that for a minute there you get lost in that, as if you're sitting and watching a Discovery Channel and watching all these landscapes. The way they've shot in the various locations of Meghalaya is also so beautiful. In an interview with the director and actor Ravindra Vijay, he spoke about how nobody has actually shot in Meghalaya and this is the first film to be shot there. Towards the emotional side of cinematography, I feel like the makers have chosen to keep it simple and efficient. One example that I'd like to give, the film travels with time as well. The film spans from somewhere around 2004 to 2024, and when it is made on a very moderate budget, it is really hard to build the set design which looks according to its age. But here the efficiency comes where they've only handled the frame in which they're keeping the camera. They're not moving it a lot. When there are these movements, they're handling it very effectively. They are not showing anything around. They're just keeping the focus on the central character while everything else is in a blur. They're just conveying the emotions. They're conveying the turmoil that the characters are going through without placing a lot of focus on the surroundings. You can see that they've tried to find ways around this and not had to invest heavily into building a set which is very 2005 reminiscent. So kudos to that as well. Overall, Theertharoopa Thandeyavarige is emotional, is engaging, is feel good. I feel like the logical drawbacks or the loopholes can be forgotten if you connect to the emotions enough. And with that, again, I reiterate that Kannada cinema's beginning in 2026 is excellent with Theertharoopa Thandeyavarige, at least when it comes to quality. Now, it remains to be seen whether that will also be replicated at the box office as well. With that, I am Sanjay Ponnappa and you are watching India Today.